Sam Phelps, founder of Smash the Fat, and here I am at Smash the Fat HQ at the Broadgate Tower. And welcome to the second episode of Smash It Out TV, where I'm going to be asking the general public what is the point in being healthy. But before that, we're going to do my 60-second science spot, where I simply explain the scientific principle behind something. Today's is, what are the evils of gluten? So, let's put 60 seconds on the clock. 3, 2, 1, here we go. Gluten is a protein that's found naturally in grains such as wheat, rye, barley, etc, etc. And in Latin means sticky. So there's your first clue of it being slightly evil. However, these days it's also put in a lot of processed foods. There's a thickener from dried meats to soup and sweet silent ice cream. Gluten intolerance or sensitivity was once thought to be rare, but is now believed to affect a third of the population and is growing all the time. When an affected person eats or drinks something containing gluten, the protein initiates an inflammatory reaction within the body. The reaction can vary significantly from person to person, and that includes fatigue, joint pain, acid reflux, and even infertility. In serious cases, gluten intolerance causes intestinal atrophy known as celiac disease. Some gluten-sensitive people are symptomless for a certain period of their lives and then appears out of nowhere. Gluten intolerance is a common condition and may be underestimated in its impact on general health today. It is purely my opinion that we're all sensitive to gluten in some shape or form. So here I am walking to Liverpool Street Station, and today I just want to ask people, what's the point in being healthy? So just to set everything up, let's take two people, one who overeats, watches a lot of television and doesn't socialise often for their whole lives and dies at the average age of a Brit, which is 76, and the other person around about their ideal weight by eating well and stays in shape by mountain biking, hiking and playing tennis, who also dies at the age of 76. Now the question is, what is the point of the second person being healthy and fit if they both had the same lifespan? So let's go and find out what the people of Liverpool Street Station have to say. Hello, what's your name, sorry?
Richard.
Richard, alright Richard. So what's the point in being healthy?
Feel good. Yeah? Makes you happy.
Makes you happy? How does it make you happy?
Well, when you're feeling well, you're probably likely to be happier and be able to be more active and do stuff then.
Okay, so you're able to enjoy more experiences?
I think so.
Yeah. And what happens if you're unhealthy? Do you think those people are unhappy if they're unhealthy?
I don't know, it depends if they do any, if they've never been healthy, then they probably won't know any differently.
Yeah.
But I think it's pretty tied up with health is being happy as well.
Awesome, man. Well, thanks a lot, Richard. Cheers for your time, mate. Thanks a lot. We've got here, what's your name, sorry? And we've got
Lauren.
Lauren, alright, come together girls, come together. Alright, so what's the point in being healthy?
So you don't die.
So you don't die, okay.
And you're proud of your body.
And you're proud of your body. What happens if a healthy person gets run over by a truck when they're young?
Oh,
what's the point in them being healthy that entire time?
I think their body will recover that quickly. Yeah. But
okay, but what happens if they die? What was the point in them being healthy in the first place?
There is a point.
There is no point. Okay, so if they're unhealthy, then they would have just been just as happy.
Yeah, that's it.
You reckon?
Yeah.
You reckon? So if they're unhealthy up until the point that they got hit by a truck, they would have had the same quality of life if they'd been healthy. You reckon?
Yeah.
Okay, so you don't think there's any difference between quality of life between healthy and unhealthy?
No, there is a difference.
Okay, so what's the difference?
That the healthy person will live a happy life and won't moan about how they feel compared to the person that's
okay, so there would be a point for that person that got hit by the truck for being healthy up until that point?
Yeah.
Sweet. Sweet. Awesome, thanks a lot girls.
Bye.
Thanks a lot. See, what is your name?
Nada.
Nada. Okay, Nada, so what's the point in being healthy?
You live longer.
Okay.
Happier. You live life to the full.
Okay, well, how do you live happier and live life to the full if you're healthy?
If you're healthy, you can enjoy everything, you have no limits, so
okay.
Therefore you can live happier.
You can experience more things. Exactly. And would you consider yourself a healthy person?
I think.
You think? Because yeah, what is health? What is health?
What is health? Well, as long as you're not ill and you eat properly, you don't abuse your body, I think that's health.
Awesome.
But I'm sure there is more.
Yeah, of course, there's always more. There's always more, but I appreciate your time, Nada. Thanks a lot. Cheers, bye. Bye. Alright, so sorry if you could introduce yourselves. What's your name?
My name's Jasper.
And then yourself?
Lachlan.
Lachlan, sweet. Alright guys, so what's the point in being healthy?
To live a longer life,
Yeah, live
be
a
able to do
longer
more
life.
things.
Oh, okay. So that's all.
That's
Just
the main
for longevity.
And
What else?
convenient as well, so you don't get like diseases.
Yeah.
So you can do everything you say. I don't know. Say you wanted to climb Everest or something, you can actually do that kind of. So you could live to your full potential as a human.
There you go. Awesome. And then what is being healthy? What does that mean?
Correctly,
Not
exercising,
smoking.
Yeah. And do you guys do that?
Do the gym sometimes, but I do smoke.
We're off to McDonald's in about
help out. Right? Yeah, eating healthy.
So, do you want to do that?
Yeah, by the time
Okay.
I'm 25, I want to sort out and try and be the healthy kind of thing, and probably
Sweet,
quit smoking
sweet.
and all that.
And how are you going to do that?
By starting to go to the gym regularly, starting to
Well,
run,
I've
jog,
already
that
been a
kind
gym
of thing.
instructor, so I'm pretty healthy. I used to be an athlete, so
Okay,
yeah,
cool. And would you class yourself as being healthy yourselves?
pretty healthy. Yeah.
Pretty healthy.
Not my lungs. That's about it.
Not your lungs,
Yeah,
right?
my lungs.
So we got to sort that out. But apart from
But
that,
yeah,
you're
apart
okay
from
on the
that,
whole.
I feel, like
Okay.
good,
Cool.
healthy, like not fat or anything.
No.
Well, no one's told me.
Hang on. Cool guys, thanks a lot. Thanks a lot.
sure.
So, some very interesting views there from the general public of Liverpool Street Station. But you know, the point for me is really quality of life. Abraham Lincoln said it best, which is, it's not the years in your life, it's the life in your years. And you know, for you to get the most out of life, you need a strong foundation of good health. If you don't eat well, are unfit and generally not very mobile, then you are really limiting yourself in terms of what you can experience in life. On the other hand, if you're around your ideal weight, by eating nutritious foods and stay fit, by partaking in enjoyable exercise, then you aren't restricting yourself in what you can try in life. The essence of life is to enjoy it, and you do that by trying and doing things that excite you, but you need to be in good health to try these things. So make sure you let me know any thoughts that you've got by leaving a comment below, and of course,
Smash it out!